You're watching Let's Chat.
It's so great to have with me in the studio a very talented musician. Tyler West from UTC is a trumpeter and he's composed a full orchestra piece. So good to have you on the studio and get to know you, Tyler. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
So when and why did you begin studying the trumpet, and maybe talk to me about the evolution and what you're doing today?
Okay, so I first got into music when I was in about 6th grade, and I started plucking on a little digital piano that we had at the house. And then I got into band in middle school, and that's when I started to develop my skills on clarinet, and then switched to trumpet in 8th grade. And then my band director in high school, he really facilitated that growth, and I just fell in love with it ever since.
The trumpet just sort of spoke to you, and you were exposed to piano and clarinet, but there was something about the trumpet.
Yes.
And here you are today. Tell me what exactly you're doing and what is coming up, because it's very interesting to meet someone like you.
Well, I'm studying both music education and composition at UTC, and this Sunday we're actually premiering a piece that I had written for the UTC orchestra called the Empress of Ireland. And the piece is basically about this shipping disaster that happened post-Titanic, pre-World War I. And you know, it's often overshadowed by the Titanic disaster, but it had an equal number of casualties and often more depressing kind of stories to deal with, because there were 138 children on board, I believe, and only 4 survived.
Wow, so. Tyler. So you composed an entire orchestra piece, 3 movements, you said.
Yes.
How many instruments are performing during this song?
Let's see, I believe it was about there were about 50 some odd members of the orchestra.
How many different instruments?
Probably about, I'd say, 20 to 30 maybe, ish, depending on the amount of percussion I use.
Wow, I love that. So for the entire performance, you wrote a different song for each instrument, and then they all go together, obviously. For
essentially, yes.
And it all follows a storyline that's a true story. That is amazing. To meet someone like you, young, what year are you at UTC?
A junior.
A junior. And when did you start composing orchestra pieces?
Oh, wow. Let's see. I started dabbling in composition in high school when I was about 15 years old. And I actually, we read a piece in youth orchestra with Professor Morris, a piece that I had written. And we were just reading through that, trying to get our bearings with it, and I realized there were a lot of things that needed to change about my composition style, because some things that didn't work, and now I've really honed in on that when I got to UTC, studying with Dr. McNair. He's great, and he's really helped me develop my skills as a composer. So
do you have to be proficient in each instrument? Do you have to know the clef it's in, like
treble? You do
clef?
have to know a good bit about it.
Right.
For you to be able to write idiomatically or, comfortably for the instrument. Otherwise, you might end up with something that doesn't sound very good.
Right. And you had said the song or the performance uses some classical elements and some more modern elements.
Yes.
Is that right? I love that. Well, tell us real quick where we can enjoy this amazing performance and how we get tickets.
Let's see, it's actually free, and this Sunday at UTC in the Roland Hayes Concert Hall in the Fine Arts Center at 3 o'clock.
And what is the name of the performance?
Of my piece?
Yes.
The Empress of Ireland.
The Empress of Ireland, and it sounds like something someone could look up to maybe get a taste of what they're going to expect musically.
Oh, yeah. And I definitely encourage it, because that's where I first learned about it, was a documentary I had stumbled across. And it really impacted me.
That is amazing, Tyler. It's so exciting to have someone like you, almost genius, I would probably say, in this day and age, that still isn't inspired and into this type of performing. And you know what I mean? I love it.
So all thanks be to God. So.
Oh, I love that. Thank you and all thanks be to God. Amen. Thanks for coming on, Tyler. So I hope everyone heads over to UTC's Roland Hayes Center this Sunday at 3 p.m. to enjoy this amazing performance, The Empress of Ireland, a true story, but it's told by an orchestra written by my friend here, Tyler West. Thank you again so much for coming on, Tyler, and best of luck to your future.
Thank you for having me.